Hey Lenny lovers, it's Lisa Young Sutton with a fun video for you. Now, this morning I took out my Poly Sunset Lenormand deck and right away I could tell there were cards missing because it shouldn't rattle. You know what I mean? They're in there tight when all the cards are there. So I took the deck out and I just counted them and there were only 33. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm missing cards. Now, I combine decks a lot, so I just assumed they were in with another Lenormand deck that's the same shape and size, because when I combine decks, I try to keep them all the same shape and size so that my hands don't want to pick, go to one size or shape or the other, that kind of thing. Okay, anyway, so I put them in order to see which cards were missing, and that's really easy to do, by the way. Like if you have, if your deck is all mixed up, right, just lay a pile for all the single digits, all the teens, the 20s, and the 30s, and then you can quickly put them in order from there. So I discovered that the bouquet, the child, and the mice cards were missing. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I got to find these cards. So I looked, like I said, through all the Lenormand decks. They weren't in any of those. So I thought, okay, it's time to get out the cards and ask where they are. So I got out my Thelema Lenormand. I love my Thelema Lenormand. And I asked for a description of where they are, okay? So I knew it was one of two things. Either I accidentally threw them out, oh my God, shudder at the thought, or they were, like I said, in with other cards, and I thought, oh my God, I have how many Oracle decks and everything, they could be anywhere. So I laid out these cards. Now let me just quickly go through and explain to you how I did this. All right, now the coffin came up as the center card, and this in itself gave me information, because right away you're thinking, well, you threw them out. But no, because first of all, it's the center card, it's not the final card. I mean, usually, not always, but usually if it comes up as the last card, that's the final word, they're gone, right? But I usually also get the scythe with the coffin, because the scythe is the accident card, and it's, the card of something being in danger, right? So it would have told me that I accidentally threw them out. Now notice that the mice card didn't come up, but it doesn't always, because sometimes the deck has better ways of showing me what I need to know. And in this case, it didn't take me long to find them. So the cards were right on the money with what they gave me. Okay, so the coffin as the center card was important information. Now the book is my card for decks of cards. This represents the cards, okay? So the fact that the coffin is above it, but I'm above the coffin, told me that I'm still in possession of it, and this right away led me to believe that this is portraying a box or an enclosed location of some sort rather than the garbage, okay? Now, the cards on the other side basically confirmed that, because when I see the fox, right, the fox is telling me it's in the wrong place, disguised as something else, because the fox is the card of, sneakiness and being disguised, right? So the dog also told me, with the moon above it especially, told me that it's a place that I recognize as being a faithful, friendly place to keep cards. It's like my loyal card-keeping place, one of them. I have three, okay? And the hidden issue told me that they just moved. They moved from one location to another, which, okay, I already knew that. But the house showing up was also important, especially next to me, because in the top row, it's telling me that it's still in my possession in my house, okay? The final card was the kicker here, because the stars as the final card, first of all, very positive card. It tells you you're on the right track and keep going, right? Keep doing what you're doing, whatever. So that basically told me, okay, you're gonna find these. But there was a lot more information here, right? We got the disguised as something else and in the wrong place, in a box. Here's the cards. right? What is this also the card of? It's the card of electricity and computers, right? But it's also the card of many similar objects together, right? So when I thought of this and this being computers, right? Here's the box, here's computers, here's in the wrong place disguised as something else, and all of a sudden I got it. I went right over to, next to my computer, I have another box that has non-Lenormand cards that I use frequently. It's got oracle cards and my Grand Jeu Lenormand and, oh my gosh, there's, you know, all these tarot. Okay, it's got, but decks that I use frequently. And there it was, okay? It was in my Gypsy deck, also by Tony Savory. Okay, these are both her decks, right? And same exact size, same card stock, same, they're just, you know, similar, okay, right? So I combine them often, and you can see from the backs of them, they look similar. Anyway, that's where they were. They were in with my Gypsy cards. I know I've shown this deck before. Is this the cutest thing? I love this. Look at that. I love the artwork in this deck, and this is a fun deck to use, by the way. Okay. Yeah, thanks for this, Tony. That was great. It's a great deck. Okay, so that's it, right? I mean, there you have it. That's the cards that show up are the cards that should lead you to what you want to know. I mean, that's why they're showing up. So, you know, don't always be looking for certain cards to show up. Just work with what appears, because that is what the universe thinks you need to see to get the answer you need. Okay, so I wanted to show you just in my book quickly. I do have a chapter on missing or lost objects, people, and animals. And I put this together back when I was doing a lot of missing animal cases and animal communication. So within that chapter, you will find missing object keywords. Okay, and these are all keywords that describe locations and just places where you typically will find missing anything that's missing. Okay, and then there's a fun exercise to try. That's great. I love that one. Okay, so that is it for today, friends. I hope you found that fun and exciting, and go and have somebody hide something and ask the cards where it is and go find it. Okay, now go play with your cards. Bye, everybody.